Hey guys, let's get right into it. So I am really loving the Grand Dame this season. I really am. She is kind, fair, level-headed, and she is staying out of the mess. I feel like this season she is really going to, I guess for me, from watching this, I've never really seen her exist in the Grand Dame role that she gives herself. But I feel like this season, I'm finally starting to see it because she's being very careful with how she deals with each person individually. She's being very protective over Candiace, but not in a way of like fighting and throwing stuff. She's just, giving wisdom. She's also making sure that she stands up for her, but she stands up for her not in a defensive way, in a way where it's just like you can't even be mad at her because she's telling the truth and she's giving it to you with honey. She's not trying to tear you down. She's just giving you wisdom about this situation and you can take it or leave it. I'm loving her role this season. I'm loving how she is really leading out. Finally, I see the Grand Dame. I've never seen it before. I see it now. If you watch me, you know that I am not a fan of anybody on these housewife shows. I know that these ladies are showing up to work, playing exaggerated characters of themselves. I know a lot of this is not real. I get it, right? So I don't want you guys to think that I'm not a fan of Ashley. Don't know her. Just know the character that she plays on this show. I'm really bothered by the fact that she is now in this space of like, I'm a mom now, so I should be like held up and, propped up, and everybody should deal lightly with me, when she's never dealt lightly with anybody on this show. We were introduced to Ashley with her insulting the Grand Dame, her, making comments about Robin's relationship. That's when I really, got a gist of who she is. And I get, you're doing this for the TV show, you're showing up to work. I honestly understand it. But there were scenes where Robin was like breaking down crying because of what she was dealing with Juan, and Ashley just never let up. She's never done that for anybody. She has come for everybody. And yes, people have come for her as well. They all do it on this show. I'm just really shocked at how all of a sudden Candiace is this huge bad guy and Ashley is this sweet, innocent person who was giving birth, and Candiace was just saying these really nasty and vile things to her and about her on Twitter. I don't buy it. I do not buy it. We have receipts. We've seen your work, Ashley, on this show. Now, all of a sudden, because you've had a child, your Mother Teresa, everything that you have done has now been washed away by the birth of our Lord and Savior, Damien. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Your son does not excuse the mess that you have done to other people, the hurt and the harm that you have done to other people, what you have done to Candiace. Like I said before, you both were in war. So everything that was said and done was during that time. Candiace was not just attacking you just because you've said and done things. She has said and done things. When you are in a time of war, it's F them kids. It's F everything concerning you. So no, she does not have to take into consideration that you're pregnant or you just had a child and stop everything that's going on, especially when you're throwing daggers at her. So you have to take some responsibility. And I think it's just blowing my mind how Ashley and the ladies are just like, oh, well, Candiace, you need to apologize. What you did was wrong. Like, she just did this unprovoked. Listen, Candiace won't start a fight, but she will finish it. Like I said in my last review, y'all cannot get mad at Candiace because she shows up locked and loaded and ready. And Ashley showed up to a gunfight with Candiace with a knife. That's not Candiace's fault that she was not prepared. That's not Candiace's fault that Ashley did not know her enemy. You know how to get everybody else together, but when it comes to Candiace, oh, she's being aggressive and mean to me. I wonder why everybody is all of a sudden believing this narrative. What could it be? Can you please inform me, brown paper bag? I know what this is. I know what this is, and I don't like it. I don't like it. So let's talk about this Michael is the overseer comment that Candiace made. She didn't lie. Not only did she not lie, this show played into him being the overseer. Remember at the last reunion? Michael walked in like the master of a Louisiana plantation, sat there on the balcony, overseeing them broads. And as soon as he showed up, they got quiet and they got scared. Oh, master's here. Y'all act like that. Y'all feed into that. That is the narrative of this show. Because anytime Michael says anything, anytime Michael tells y'all to shut up and stop it and fall in line, y'all do it. That is the narrative that this show gives. The only person who has successfully come at Michael and never back down is another white man. The black husbands fall in line. The black wives fall in line. Not that white husband, because they're on the same level. That is the narrative that this show provides. So Michael being the overseer of these ladies, the overseer of the Real Housewives of Potomac, is very accurate, because he is. That's the role he plays on this show. You can see it in the way it's edited. You can see it in the way the cast treats him. You can see it in the storylines of this show. He's the overseer. That's his role, and he plays it well. So let's talk about Monique, who got problems. Something is going on. I don't know if something's going on in her marriage. I don't know if maybe she do got a little drinking problem, like Ashley pointed out. I don't know if that's the case, but something is going on with her. Because from what I've seen of Monique, this person, I don't recognize this person. For what I've seen of Monique on this show, this is very unfamiliar to me because she's so turned up and just very like nasty towards Candiace. And I'm just like, there's something else happened that we're not aware of, because it has to be more than just Charisse, because Monique is just like ready to jump over the table and like body slam Candiace. And then she has the nerve to say, well, I was hoping you would come here and squash it with Ashley. Why would you hope that? You didn't tell her that. Y'all invited her to this dinner to celebrate Ashley. You guys never said, when you get there, apologize to her. That is why we're actually inviting you. Because then she could have made the choice if she wanted to come or not. Y'all keep on trying to force this girl to apologize, and I feel like the more y'all force her, the more she backs off of it because she doesn't want to do it for you. She wants to do it because she wants to do it. And why are y'all so concerned? Why are y'all so concerned that Candiace apologizes to Ashley? What is the big deal? Y'all all be having beef. Y'all all take your time to apologize to each other. Y'all all go to the little events. Can I pull you aside for a moment? I don't want to talk in front of the rest of the ladies because I just want this to be me and you. So why can't Candiace do that? Why y'all holding her to different standards? It's giving me Basketball Wives and the mistreatment of OG. Y'all better back it up before it's too late. Y'all better get them editors in there and make sure they fix this storyline, because in this day and age, this is not gonna fly. Ask Evelyn. So from what I've seen in the trailer concerning Dr. Wendy, I take back what I said. I feel like she is actually going to go low. I feel like she is going to go where she needs to go to get another, season on this show. And I'm not mad at it. I just felt like she was far too decorated to get in the mud with these ladies. But, for a lot of people, even if you have a lot of success, even if you have a lot of money, all that means nothing if the world don't know who you are. Fame is better than money. So that's probably what this situation is, because she doesn't need this. She doesn't need this show. Like, she looks like she's doing really good. I think she just wants it. I think she just, wants it. But I'm liking her. I'm liking Dr. Lightwork Wendy. I really am enjoying her presence on this show, because all of the ladies are ganging up on Candiace, and she's just like, can I get a primer? Like, what is going on? Like, I don't know. Y'all are arguing about this situation. You invited me here. I don't really know y'all like that. I don't know what's going on. And it's a full-on argument. I respected it. I was just like, I would say the same thing. Like, y'all, I'm involved in this because y'all yelling over me. What happened? Can I get a primer? And you know what? A lot of you guys have inboxed me. Y'all, sent me stuff on Twitter. Y'all sent me stuff on Instagram to tell me how, y'all make comments on my last review to tell me how, fake Candiace is. And she's the one who really started this mess, because Monique was talking about all the stuff she did behind the scenes. And guys, I am not doubting the knowledge that you are, the tea that you are giving me. What I'm saying is, from what I've seen on this show, Monique is looking like the fake one, because after this dinner, after, Candiace has been ganged up by all these girls, including someone she thought was her friend, Monique tries to hug her when the cameras are off. She's like, oh, hey, come on, give me a hug. And Candiace is just like, don't touch me. We are not friends. Like, why would you treat me like that? Like, why aren't you defending me? She's like, oh, girl. The whole conversation off camera was giving me, oh, girl, This is just for the show. And that's the problem. That's a problem with a lot of these ladies. They create storylines with other women without informing the other woman. And then after you spill my tea or embarrass me on camera, after the director yells cut, now it's, oh girl, that was just for the show. You want to go out and get something to eat? No, I don't. I don't want to be bothered with you. So I get where Candiace is coming from. Guys, I'm seeing Monique is wrong in this. So far, Team Candiace. Monique seems really whacked out of her mind. She's giving me Lisa Rinna for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I feel like either something is going on at her home within her marriage or something is going on financially. Because I've never seen Monique work this hard to stay on this show before. Now all of a sudden she has this bird, this therapy animal that she, walks around with a leash on. The bird perched on her shoulder and she walks around with the cage when she goes to other people to put the bird in because she needs her emotional support parrot. Out of nowhere. All of a sudden Monique is obsessed with parrots. Now all of a sudden you and Gizelle are besties. Now all of a sudden you got beef with Candiace, and not only do you have beef with Candiace, every time you see her, you trying to knock her lights out. She's giving me Lisa Rinna. I feel like she's doing the most to stay on this show. If it's not that, something is going on internally with her, and she is lashing out at Candiace. Because all that stuff that Monique did, if you were so mad at Candiace about bringing Charisse to your event, why are you trying to hug her after? Especially when the cameras aren't there. And let me tell you something, this show was so grimy. If Candiace was doing something nasty and, going behind Monique's back and trying to set her up, don't you think they would do the same thing? Film afar off, acting like they're not filming, but then keep her audio on? They would do the same thing to Candiace. This show will show us because it's messy. They didn't show us that. They showed us Monique. This show does not favor any of these housewives. They damn sure don't favor Candiace, who just started on this show. So they're not going to create this whole takedown of Monique to favor Candiace. It don't make sense. Candiace is not a senior member on this show. Monique is. If anything, they would take down Candiace to save her because she has proved to be somebody that the viewers like season after season after season. Candiace is still proving herself. So they will always favor the senior broads over the new girl. It's Monique, guys. It's not Candiace. It's Monique. I'm going to walk lightly because can't nobody say nothing about my mama. But Dr. Wendy, next season when you come back, because you will, you're doing really good so far, so I can see you back. Let's make sure that your mom is not wearing this walk of shame wig with this casket ready beat. Let's make sure she is up to par because, listen, she might do that on her every day, right? HD cameras pick up everything. We got to have mama right next season. Stay woke. Love you, girl. Love you on this show. Let's get into Gizelle's birthday dinner on the yacht. What else does her ex-husband, now current boyfriend, what else does he do? Because I hope he's not taking the church's money and buying that restaurant and also renting this yacht for Gizelle. Does he do anything else? Is this his own personal money? Because if the tithes and offering are buying a restaurant and not going into the college fund for the kids, something in the water ain't clean. God humbled you once before, he'll do it again. So anyway, Gizelle and her ex-current boo are trying to make us believe this storyline. But guys, I told you before, I don't believe this relationship for a lot of reasons. The main reason is them kids. Them kids tell everything. They don't say much. Their faces tell us everything. They do not want to participate in this storyline. They know what it is and they are telling the audience. Even though they're not saying anything, their face is saying it all. Now let's get into this messy sip and see. Wait, before we get into the messy sip and see, Monique, you're black. Blackity black, black, black. You really let that parrot defecate in your kitchen? I was like, oh, first of all, why is he all over the counter? Where you like cut the meats and stuff like, why is he all over the counter where the dishes go? And why is he defecating in your kitchen? See, this is why you can't eat in everybody's kitchen. I don't care how big, expensive, or nice it is. I need to see you in that kitchen first before I eat anything out of it. Now let's get into the messy sip and see. For real this time. Ashley is better than me, right? Because we got beef. You not holding my baby. I'm not letting them demonic spirits possess my child that you done brought in, because I know you only brought a legion of demons here to come and take me down. This is what I'm thinking if we beefing. So all the ladies and Candiace come to this sip and see, and Ashley's just being so kind to her. Ashley is such a Jekyll and Hyde. She's either really sweet or really nasty. There is no in between, and you never know which Ashley you're going to get. She starts off really sweet, and then she just, oh, well, I heard this about this person. Oh, I can't believe she said that. And I don't know if it's, you know, something from her childhood or if this is what she's doing to remain on the show, but it's just so unfortunate because she has this really sweet side. She's being so kind to Candiace, who, you know, she has an issue with, and she's inviting her into her home, welcoming her into her home, allowing her to hold her child, you know, just being very, you know what? I just thought about this when I was talking about it. Ashley always gonna be Ashley, because she was really kind to Candiace. And then she says while holding her baby, just want to let you know that we were all talking about you behind your back. I didn't want you to come into this situation and be unaware, but I just wanted to let you know we were all talking about what happened at that dinner. Girl, why you invite me? So is this why you invited Candiace? So that you can embarrass her in front of the ladies and gang up on her again? Because that's exactly what Candiace felt. That's exactly what she felt. Because as soon as you said that, all the ladies started jumping in. Why don't you apologize? What are you going on? Why are you doing this? And then Monique, who already got an issue with Candiace, is just ready to start popping off again. She's not well. The way she was acting at this sip and see, I'm like, first of all, you are a guest in this woman's home. A guest in her home to see her child. Why are you trying to fight this woman? Because Ashley, who actually has a legitimate beef with Candiace, is dealing so lightly with her. But Monique is like, don't say it. What are you doing? Girl, like, what is wrong with you, girl? Like, I was like, oh my goodness. And everybody was looking at her like, oh, okay. Okay, something is going on. This cannot just be about Candiace. So Candiace, who really can't handle confrontation, that's why her mouth is so slick, because she doesn't like to be in confrontation. So she says stuff to end it because, you know, being in confrontation makes her feel very uncomfortable. It exposes a weakness in her, which is that she just can't handle that. She doesn't like it. She does not like confrontation because she immediately starts crying when she feels like the ladies are ganging up on her. Yes, she is a grown woman, right? But she is a very pampered, grown woman. So she's not used to dealing with conflict like this because she comes from conflict, right? What her parents did was overcompensate for the chaos that she grew up in. They would overcompensate financially to cover all that up. Black people need to go to therapy. Not Candiace's mother, though. But we need to really, you know, we have a lot of trauma that we deal with already from racism, right? We need to tackle that. And we also need to tackle the trauma that we endure within our families. So that's what it is. Like, Candiace is comforted by money, but she's not used to dealing with anything because things aren't dealt with in her life. She's just thrown a check. And it's okay. You don't really deal with it. You don't really talk it out, because when she gets to that point, she just starts breaking down crying because she is not equipped to handle those things. Not an excuse, an observation. Because when she gets up, because she can't handle it, she starts crying. The ladies are calling her a 14-year-old kid. And I'm just like, okay. Monique is hopping in on that, you know, yeah, she's a kid. She's just a kid. Because now I'm the new person that she wants to mess with. You need help. Not only are you not well, mama, you are a hypocrite. So when Candiace runs out, Charisse comes in. And who jumps up and walks out? Monique, the girl who was just kikiing with Gizelle, calling Candiace a child for getting up and leaving because she didn't want to deal with the confrontation. And I want to be very clear here. I don't think that Monique was okay with Ashley inviting Charisse and, you know, and informing her that she was coming. I don't think she was okay with that and still decided to come because she wanted to, you know, be there for Ashley. She had to come. This is a filming day. If you don't come to set and film, you don't get paid. Monique is dealing with some financial stuff. Something is going on. Something is going on because she is just, for me, I haven't seen this. Have you guys seen this side of Monique? I've seen her defend herself when she's been in a situation with Gizelle. I have never seen this Monique. Something is up. What do you guys think? Let's talk about it in the comment section below. So this episode ends with Ashley comforting Candiace because Candiace, had stormed off and, Dr. Wendy was held back by the Grand Dame. What is her beef with that woman? She goes out of her way to mistreat Dr. Wendy. I don't get it. She hasn't said anything. All she said was, I've seen her in several events in several places. Not impressed. That's all she said. And Dr. Wendy don't know what's going on, but the Grand Dame goes out of her way to let her know that this is her show. You know what I mean? That she is the Grand Dame. So I think that maybe she's intimidated by Dr. Wendy. You know what I mean? Because Dr. Wendy is credentialed up and she got her own money. So I'm thinking that may be what it is. She's a bit intimidated by her. That could be it, or it could be something else. I have no idea, but the Grand Dame lets Dr. Wendy know that she doesn't like her. Because I think if the Grand Dame and Dr. Wendy were in a good place, she would have let her go chase after Candiace, but she just wanted to have something to say to Dr. Wendy. So she's just like, oh, if she says she's done, let her go. You don't like her. That's the only reason why you said it. That ain't have nothing to do with Candiace. The episode wraps up with Candiace and Ashley making, a plan to meet and talk later because Ashley was comforting Candiace because she felt bad. I don't know if she felt bad or this is something that she's playing. I don't know, but it was cute to see. I liked it. I like seeing nice Ashley. I really do. I think when she's sweet, she's really sweet. And when she's not, she's not. But this sweet side of her, she's just like, we do have to talk about the issues. But I don't want it to be Candiace apologizing because Ashley, you said some mean things too. I don't know why the show is just showing Candiace's tweets. Ashley was tweeting out stuff as well. What happens is these girls watch the show. So even if they were probably cool and chill, when they're watching the show, they're seeing your messy confessionals. They're seeing the shady things that you're saying about them and their marriage, and they're tweeting. That's their job. They have to tweet about that, even if they feel that way or not. They also have to write little shady, messy blogs to keep the drama going. That is a part of the job. So while Candiace is doing her job, all the other ladies are saying that she's wrong for doing it. But if we check your tweets, you said some things as well about that season. You said some nasty stuff as well. If we check your blogs, you said some nasty stuff as well. So why is it different for Candiace? Do we know why? You know what's really sad? The fact that Monique and Candiace are at odds because Candiace was sticking up for Monique. Because remember, Ashley and Candiace were fine. Like, they didn't have any issues. Their beef started, or Candiace had a beef with Ashley because Ashley was saying that Monique was driving drunk. Candiace starts defending Monique to Ashley, and then Ashley buddies up with Monique. And Monique is just like, oh, drop it. It's okay. I'm done. I'm no longer mad at her. And Candiace couldn't drop it. She probably had too much pride to be like, you know what? That wasn't my business in the first place. I shouldn't have gotten involved. And because her and Ashley had words, because she was beefing with Ashley over Monique, they had moved into a place of no return. That's why they're here, because Candiace was being that friend, that loyal friend. And sometimes you could be loyal to a fault. Because what should have happened, Candiace, when you found out that Monique was no longer mad at Ashley, you should have dropped it right then and there. You kept it going, and then you got mad at Monique because she befriended Ashley and started talking about you to Ashley about how wrong you were. You should have seen then that that wasn't a friend. That's where you should have woke up, mama. And I'm starting to think that Monique probably would not have mended things with Ashley so quick if there wasn't some truth to what Ashley was saying. So I think Monique did some damage control and just butted up with Ashley real quick, because what she didn't want to do is piss off Miss Mouth of Potomac and have her say anything else that would put her in a situation where she would have to explain herself out of a situation that she could not. That's what I think happened. What do you guys think? Let's talk about it in the comment section below. And if you like what you see here, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see you for the following episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac. Love you guys. Bye.